Hello everyone. It's me, Coffee Stitcher. It is the last Sunday in February. I don't have the March goals planned out just yet. That will be that'll be in the next video because March starts it doesn't quite start soon enough, and there's still a couple of things I could end up doing the rest of the month. So I will be deciding those later. So there won't be a March goals in this video, but. How is everybody this week? It's really awesome to hear. All right, so we've got haul, a little bit of an unboxing to show too. We've got a couple of whip updates. Yeah, and some Q&A. So we will dive right on in with the Q&A. Michelle White wants to know, how many hours a day do I stitch? It depends. Weekends, I usually get more time, anywhere probably between 8 and 10 hours. On weeknights, it's anywhere between 1 and 4 hours, depending on how tired I am, what time I get off work, and what else is going on. And actually, I may get more on my days off than on weekend days, than 10, but generally not. Apollonia Lambertus asks, when you want to convert hair and skin colors, how would I be able to do that? Or is there a chart we could look for? If you go to the Joan Elliott or the Mira conversion groups, a lot of people have already worked out conversion charts for skin tone and hair color. But what I did like with my Soda Stitch was I went to, I did it at my L&L's, but you could do it at any craft store that has the full DMC line. And I looked for 3 colors that to me looked like blonde hair. And that's how I did it. But yes, there are some conversion charts that already exist out there. Christina, Every Stitch of Pleasure, you're welcome for the mention. Thank you to everyone who sent me love and sympathy about my William Morris piece. I am still kind of bummed about that one. And I think actually Seasonal Streets is going to be going back into the pile. I think I've got too many monthly projects between the hands-on design months and my fairy tale Sal. I think I've got just too many. 3 tends to be too much for me, so I think it's going to go to 2. But we'll see about that too. Gently Dreaming ASMR asks, how many whips do you think you have altogether? I think at last count I'm around 40. But only 10 that I'm actively doing at once. And Country Cross Stitcher, that is actually a Polish pottery mug. You should definitely check out Polish pottery if you like big mugs, because they have a lot like that, and they've all got really cool decorations on them. And that's kind of it for the Q&A. Alright, so we'll do our haul. So first came my nest egg from 3 Owl Threads. We're in the O's. And we'll use this as my backing. So we've got Old Covered Bridge, Old Hickory, and Old Red Paint. There's also some M's. We've got Ohio Lemon Pie, Old Purple Paint, and Mustard Seed. Then we've got oatmeal, nutmeg, old brick, and old blue paint. So we got those. And then I got my Krynic. So we've got antique silver and antique gold here. And then we've got aspen green and light aqua here. I have one spool of Krynic coming from 123 Stitch. They accidentally sent me blue merengue instead of blue zircon. And it's funny because they're only off by like one number, like in the middle. Like one's like 3224 and one's 3234. And they both start with blue. So I called them. I discovered it this week, and I called them, and you know, they were she said, okay, we will get that right out to you. It'll be here on Monday. I asked her, did she want me to return the blue merengue since I didn't need it? And she said, no, you go ahead and keep it. So, hey, that's pretty awesome. So, way to go, 123 Stitch. All right, so the other thing I got was an Forest Embroidery Kit. Not even sure how to pronounce this, but it's this one. It's a tree, and it's got apparently a whole bunch of Russian fairy tale and folklore, like the Baba Yaga's in there. There's a mermaid in a tree. Yeah, that's really all that I can basically recognize. But the kit itself is really cool. It comes in this nice little cardboard box. It came with a thank you note of sorts. It came with a needle and a needle minder. Let me show you the needle minder, because it's pretty cool. It's the tree. That's very glary. Okay, that's slightly less glary. It came with the fabric. So it's not terribly big. It came with the threads, which are hand-dyed, apparently. And the threads are attached to a bobbin with the little symbol for it on it, which is kind of cool. So these are the different colors. And those greens are much more green in person. So, and I'm glad that they come attached to the bobbins, because I was a little concerned because of the pattern. So the pattern comes, you get two different little bundles of paper. So you get one that's the pattern, but it's broken up in a way that you can cut it out and work on it individually. So if you don't want to use the big one, you can cut it out and you've got your small little section, which is actually, I think, really cool. And then it gives you another little packet that has your instructions and the pattern in full. Like that. So I thought, all in all, that was actually really, really cool. I do plan to start this one. As of now, I'm thinking it'll be a Mania start. unless I just really decide I want to start it, like, soon. So, we'll see. But I do like that you can split it apart because I work things in sections, so. Alright, so, moving right along. So, on Mirabilia Monday this week, I achieved my goal, so I got this part filled in here. So here I am on Woodland Fairy. I think the next time, which is tomorrow that I work on it, I think I'm going to go ahead and work on the yellow ribbon, just to make it a little easier when I get down to the bottom. But we'll see. I may just decide to go ahead because I'll have to move it for this next time. If I do the dress, I may just go ahead and move it. So we'll see. But we're getting close. We're getting close. We've only got, so that's where I'm at. So I've just got this part of the dress and this part of the dress, and then I will be done with dress. And then I'll get to do, I think my plan is that I'm going to finish the dress, do the ribbon, do the tree and the leaves down there, and then I'll work my way up. So, yep, we're getting close. Actually, what I will probably do is I will go ahead and work the, work the part of her dress that the wings covers. That would probably be smart. So that may be what I work, because I won't have to move the Q-snap for that. I will, however, have to find the, I think, blending filament for it. But that's another story for another time. Let's see, do I have a substitute for sound? Looking at this, I'm going to have to figure out a 729 conversion. The N is flesh, which that's not going to be a big deal. And the Y isn't either, because that's going to be hair. So I've got to figure out what color needs to go there. So let's look at 729. But that's for later. Definitely for later. Or for tomorrow. Alright, so I did work on Great Cheshire Moon on Sunday. That's what I ended up working on instead of my Sarah Davis. So I got the ghost kitties and the moon in place, or the moon's face in place. So when I come back to this to finish up parts 3 and 4, it'll be to finish that out. So, but here's where I'm at on that. So I really like how the face looks in the moon. Alright. See, I did work on Sarah Davis. I'm still finishing it up. So that's going to be what I work on today after the video. I've got border and then a couple more letters left. And then we'll be ready to put that away until next month. And then the other thing I worked on was I worked on Aurora from Brooks Books. So we got a page finish on her. So this is on Ariel by Picture This Plus with all the called for colors. So beading and backstitching will be done at the end, but that's where I'm at on her. So, and she's really pretty. I'm really happy with how she's turned out. So, that is that. The next thing I start is probably gonna, after I do this, is gonna be my hands-on design, because I've still got that to go. And then we'll see from there what happens. So, anyhow, that's kind of it for me today. I hope everyone has a great week. We'll have March goals next month, or next video. And we'll go from there. So, have a good one. Bye.